Hello students, welcome in the lecture number 8 of a chapter of electrochemistry. In the yesterday's lecture, we have seen two type of electrochemical cells, that is electrolytic cell and galvanic cell. What are electrochemical cells we have studied? They are the cells used for converting either electric energy into chemical energy or chemical energy into electric energy. Then we have studied for that conversion two type of electrodes are required. What is electrode we have studied? Electrode is nothing but a metal rod, or that is a metal plate at the surface of which either reduction or oxidation take place. We know reduction is gain of electron and the oxidation is loss of electron. The electrode at which reduction take place is known as cathode. The electrode at which reduction take place is known as cathode. And the electrode at which oxidation take place is known as anode. That we have seen. There are two type of electrodes, cathode and anode. Cathode is the electrode at which reduction take place, and anode is the electrode at which oxidation take place. And based on conversion of electric energy and chemical energy into each other, there are two type of cells we have studied. They are electrolytic cell and galvanic cell. Electrolytic cell is the apparatus which is used to convert electric energy into chemical energy. That is the non-spontaneous cell. Electric energy is applied and chemicals are produced. So that is known as non-spontaneous cell. In the second type of cell, galvanic cell, there is a conversion of chemical energy into electric energy spontaneously take place. Spontaneously chemical energy is converted into electric energy. And we have seen the process taking place in electrolytic cell is known as electrolysis. And the electrolysis of molten NaCl we have completed. Electrolysis of molten NaCl we have completed. Here we have seen sodium is deposited at the surface of cathode and chlorine gas is evolved at the surface of anode. Metallic sodium is deposited on the surface of cathode by the process of reduction, and pale yellow colored chlorine gas is evolved at the surface of anode by the process of oxidation. And over here we have to study now electrolysis of aqueous NaCl. Aqueous NaCl. See, electrolysis of molten NaCl and aqueous NaCl is carried out in the same cell known as electrolytic cell. Construction is same. Working is just slightly different from each other. Construction of cell for electrolysis of molten NaCl, which we have seen in the last lecture, and the construction of cell for electrolysis of aqueous NaCl we are studying here is almost same. Construction is same. Just working is slightly different. Now let us see the electrolysis of aqueous NaCl. Electrolysis of aqueous NaCl. For electrolysis purpose, the cell used is known as electrolytic cell. The apparatus used for the electrolysis process is known as electrolytic cell. In the electrolytic cell, it is containing a beaker in which NaCl is taken. The aqueous solution of NaCl is taken in a beaker. Solution of NaOH. Solution of, not NaOH, NaCl in water. Aqueous solution means solvent used is water. What is non-aqueous solution? If the solvent used is not water, instead of water some other solvent is used, maybe carbon tetrachloride, maybe chlorine water, maybe chloroform, maybe alcohol, maybe acidic medium. They are non-aqueous solutions. Here we are considering aqueous solution, means the solvent used for preparation of solution of NaCl is nothing but water. So NaCl in water, a solution is taken in one beaker. In this beaker, two neutral graphite rods are immersed. These are the two neutral graphite rods. Neutral means they are chargeless. Neutral means they are initially chargeless. Zero charge. They are not carrying any charge. Now, one of them is connected to positive terminal of source of direct current, battery, and the other one connected to negative source of electricity, negative source of the direct current, battery. This one, which is connected to positive terminal, acts as positive electrode. The other one, which is connected to negative terminal, acts as negative electrode. Positive and negative, we are not explaining on the basis. Positive and negative, we are not telling them directly as anode and cathode. Charge will not explain the cathode or anode. The charge on cathode may be positive or negative. Charge on anode may also be positive or negative. But the process at cathode is always reduction, and the process at anode is always oxidation. At cathode always reduction take place, and at anode always oxidation take place, whatever may be the charge. Cathode may carry positive charge or negative charge. Anode may carry positive charge or negative charge, depending on the type of cell. We have studied that yesterday. We have studied that in the last lecture. But the process is always reduction at cathode, irrespective of charge. And the process is always oxidation at anode, irrespective of the charge. So here just I have written positive and negative. I am not writing directly as anode cathode or cathode anode. That we will decide after the process, whether oxidation or reduction take place here, or whether oxidation or reduction take place here. That will decide the type. That will decide the electrode, whether that is cathode or anode. So what is construction? This is containing a beaker in which aqueous solution of sodium chloride, that is sodium chloride in water solution, is taken. Two neutral graphite rods are immersed in it. One of them connected to positive terminal of battery acts as positive electrode, and other one connected to negative terminal of battery acts as a negative electrode. Now which one is cathode, which is anode, that we will see after the process. Now what will happen? Once the electrolysis is started, when electrolysis is started, electrons will flow, electricity is allowed to pass into the solution from battery to the solution. Electrons are flowing, electrons are passing, means whether towards negative terminal or positive terminal, electrons are entering from negative terminal into the solution, and NaCl and water will undergo electrolysis. Now see what happened. There is decomposition of NaCl take place. NaCl converted to Na plus and Cl minus ions. Water is there. That water also produces H plus and OH minus ions are there from water. So over here, two positive ions are there. Which are the two positive ions? Na plus ions and H plus ions. Here it is Na plus ion and H plus ion. After the electricity is passed into the solution, these two ions get attracted towards negative electrode. Both the positive ions, both Na plus as well as H plus ions, which are present in the solution, get attracted towards this negative electrode. And now there is competition. To undergo reduction. Na plus ions are attracted, they may undergo reduction, or H plus ions are attracted from water, water may undergo reduction, and here the reduction reaction take place at this electrode. Therefore, now this negatively charged electrode is known as cathode, since reduction take place there. Now let us see which ions are successful in undergoing the reduction. Which ions will become successful in undergoing the reduction. When your Na plus ions are attracted, over here they will attract the electron Na plus one electron, they will form Na, neutral Na. This is nothing but the reduction reaction. In this manner, reduction reaction take place. Or there are H plus ions, they are also attracted, they are also undergoing reduction. Reduction of water is written in this manner: 2H2O plus 2 electron. It is giving reduction H2 gas plus 2 OH minus. This is also known as reduction. So either first reduction reaction or second reduction reaction will take place. There is a competition in between Na plus ions and water to undergo reduction. And which is successful in undergoing reduction? Those species are successful in undergoing reduction which are having higher power to undergo reduction. Those species which are having higher power to undergo reduction are successful in undergoing the reduction. The reduction potential, reduction power of sodium E0 reduction is nothing but minus 2.71 volt. Minus 2.71 volt. And E0 reduction of water is nothing but minus 0.83 volt. Which one is greater? Whether reduction power of sodium is greater than water or water is greater than sodium, from these values, which one is greater? Is it sodium or water? Which one is greater here? From these values, can you easily come to know? It is the water greater than sodium. Water has higher reduction potential as compared with sodium. Minus value is there. Minus is less, means plus is more. Plus is more. So here reduction potential of water is greater than sodium. Therefore, at the surface of cathode, bubbles of hydrogen gas are observed. They are evolved. Hydrogen gas is evolved at the surface of cathode whenever aqueous NaCl is electrolyzed. So this reaction takes place at cathode, and reduction take place at cathode. Here reduction take place. Now electrons are added here. At the same time, what will happen? There are two negative ions also. Which are the two negative ions? Cl minus and OH minus. Cl minus and OH minus ions are there. Those negative ions may also get attracted. They also competed. There is competition. There is a competition between negative Cl minus and negative OH minus ions to undergo oxidation to lose the electrons at this electrode. This is positive electrode. Negative ions are attracted towards this electrode. They may lose electron. They will undergo oxidation. Therefore, this electrode is known as anode. Anode is the electrode at which always oxidation takes place, and cathode is the electrode at which always reduction takes place. In between the competition between sodium and water, we have seen that sodium has less reduction potential as compared with the water. Therefore, water undergo reduction and hydrogen gas is evolved at cathode. Sodium is not evolved at cathode. This reaction will not take place at cathode. But Na plus ion remain there in the solution only. Na plus ions are not undergoing reduction. They will remain there in the solution itself. Na plus ions are present in the solution, and hydrogen gas is evolved at cathode. Now, there is competition between Cl minus and OH minus ions to undergo oxidation. There is the competition between Cl minus and OH minus ions to undergo oxidation at anode. And what happened? At anode there is oxidation, but there is competition between Cl minus and OH minus ions. And those are successful in undergoing oxidation, which is having higher oxidation potential. The ions which will have higher potential to undergo oxidation, they will undergo oxidation. That is our concept. So what is the reaction at anode? 2Cl minus giving Cl2 gas plus 2 electrons. This is the oxidation reaction. Or other oxidation reaction is 2H2O giving O2 gas plus 4H plus 4 electrons. This is the oxidation reaction. So either first or maybe second oxidation reaction take place. Now see the potential values. Oxidation potential, E0 oxidation of chlorine has a value of minus 1.36 volt, and E0 oxidation of water is nothing but minus 0.4 volt. Now which is greater here? Water has higher oxidation potential than chlorine. Is it right? Negative value less means positive value more. This will undergo oxidation as compared with chlorine. That is our general sense. General sense. But here is one word I am writing. That is over voltage. That is known as a over voltage. Even though water has higher oxidation potential as compared with chlorine, but if water will undergo oxidation, there is over voltage problem occur. To explain the over voltage is beyond the scope of our syllabus. In the last syllabus that is there. What is meant by over voltage? That is there in the old syllabus. Over here they have written that what is over voltage is the scope beyond the syllabus. That is not included in our syllabus. What is meant by over voltage? But over voltage problem take place. If this reaction take place at anode, there is a over voltage problem. Therefore, this reaction is avoided. It will not take place. Instead of that, this reaction will take place. So, what is the reaction at cathode? Evolution of hydrogen gas. And what is the reaction at anode? Evolution of pale yellow colored chlorine gas at anode. Reduction, oxidation. If we do the summation of these two reactions, it is known as redox reaction. So what is redox reaction? 2H2O plus 2Cl minus. Redox reaction is 2H2O plus 2Cl minus. 2 electron cancelled. On the right side, Cl2 gas plus H2 gas. This is the redox reaction, or this is also known as net cell reaction, because net cell reaction is the summation of reaction at cathode and anode, summation of reduction and oxidation. So this is the net cell reaction or redox reaction. Why this reaction is not taking place even though it has higher oxidation potential? Because there is over voltage. What is that over voltage? That is beyond the scope of our syllabus. So I am not explaining here. Over voltage. But here over voltage problem take place. Therefore, this reaction, oxidation reaction take place at anode, reduction and cathode. Net cell reaction is known as redox reaction. So what are the conclusions of electrolysis of aqueous NaCl? What are conclusions? The conclusion is that at cathode, hydrogen gas is evolved. At anode, chlorine gas is evolved. And what is present in the solution here? Na plus ions are present and OH minus ions are present near cathode. See, near cathode reduction, OH minus ions are there near the cathode. So those OH minus ions and Na plus ions are present. They combine together and they will form NaOH. Is it right? There are Na plus ions present in the solution and OH minus ions are present close to the cathode. They will combine together and they will form NaOH. We have started with NaCl, sodium chloride, and we have the end with formation of NaOH. So those are the three conclusions. First conclusion, evolution of hydrogen gas at cathode, evolution of pale yellow colored chlorine gas at anode, and the formation of NaOH in the solution because NaCl is converted to NaOH. Those are the conclusions of electrolysis of aqueous NaCl. So what we have seen here, electrolysis of aqueous NaCl is performed in the same type of cell as that of the molten NaCl. Only the cell reactions are different. Instead of sodium deposited at cathode, here is the deposition of hydrogen gas. But chlorine gas is used at anode. The reactions are same. Here is the one term over voltage problem. Here we have to explain the competition to undergo reduction and to undergo oxidation. We have to explain the net cell reaction and conclusions. In the conclusion, the important part is that we have started with NaCl and ends with NaOH. That is important. Because Na plus ions are present in the solution, OH minus ions are present close to the cathode. They combine together. They are free to combine. They are oppositely charged ions. They are free to combine. Therefore, they are converted to NaOH. And the three conclusions we have seen: evolution of H2 gas at cathode, Cl2 gas at anode, and formation of NaOH. Next part we will see in the next lecture.